Yo guys, my name is GeoGuessrGeorge, and today we are going to be looking at the new country of Georgia in GeoGuessr. I heard about this country being released yesterday, but they hadn't made an official map for it yet or had it on the map making app, but now everything is available for us to see. We can look at all the coverage, we can play the official map, so I'm going to be taking my first look at it with you guys. It does say my best score is 14,000 because I did play one round for my TikTok, which you can check out in the comments. But today we're going to be doing a bit more of an in-depth look on my YouTube channel here. So yeah, let's go to the map making app first and take a look at what we're looking at for Georgia. So this is the country of Georgia here, in Central Asia, Caucasus Mountains. I'm hoping, since we know what the Caucasus looks like from Russia coverage a little bit, that we'll be able to identify like this northern mountain region. It is one of the bigger ones, definitely in the area. It's one of the biggest mountain ranges, and it's definitely quite unique. But the thing is about Georgia, we'll put on the terrain thing. You also have this pretty big mountain range that comes from Turkey. Now, in terms of snow-capped mountains, these look big enough to have snow caps, but I would imagine more the Caucasus are going to be quite more snow capped. They're going to be bigger. They're going to be a bit more dramatic mountains compared to these ones, but especially in the west here, these mountains would be pretty big too. Anyways, let's get looking at the coverage so we can see exactly where when a new map comes out, guys, you always want to go on map making app or go creator hub on GeoGuessr. You want to see everywhere that has coverage, so we don't go and guess in Tasheti National Park because there's nothing going on over there, right? Now, so it looks like we got a lot of coverage on the west coast, which I would imagine it could look quite tropical. Let's take a look at it. Oh wow, look at these pines. I feel like this is definitely something you get tropical. You get pines bending, and I mean, tropical coastline, you're always seeing some interesting vegetation. And I'm sure you could even find some palms. I'm not going to lie, because you can in the Russian parts. So, oh, look at this, guys. Yeah, this looks more coastal. I mean, of course we can see the water, but everything's all shrubby. Now, in terms of the coverage, it is a pickup truck, which has an antenna. So now we have to watch out for Oman, because what else is in the northern hemisphere with this truck? We got Oman, we got Panama, we got Costa Rica. I mean, Kenya. It's going to get harder, guys. It's going to get harder to start guessing these regions, especially since Ghana just got truck coverage too. But yeah. Okay, so we also got a decent amount of coverage by Kutaisi here, and we got a good amount of roads going up into the Caucasus in the western part. It does not look like we have coverage in this one region, which I'm not really too sure the historical relevance and what's going on with the border, but if someone wants to inform me, let me know. I guess it's a disputed area of land probably. Now, in terms of the Caucasus Mountain coverage in the east, you do get some, but not as much going through the mountains as you do in the west coast. So if you're going through huge mountains, I mean, there's a pretty good chance you're more so going to be on this left part here as opposed to the right side, because on the right it's only the E1117. Now there's also this. Okay, now we looked at mountainous regions, so let's also look at flat regions, right? You do have a little bit of flatness here, but actually not really, not much. It looks like you get this you get this valley, which is probably quite interesting to look at. It'll be really flat with big mountains around. I mean, yeah, you'd have to zoom in, so make sure in Georgia you're zooming in to look at the mountains if you can, but in terms of the very flat areas of the country, it's definitely looking more like the east coast or the far west coast, and you can probably differentiate them. The east coast is also looking a bit drier, so let's see. Yeah, you can see a little bit of dryness here. You see the big mountains. Let's look at some more coverage. very deceptively flat here in the east, but you can see the big mountains in the distance sometimes. Can we here? I actually don't think we can. So yeah, anyways, I think that's all I wanted to talk about for the map making app. Now, I played once and I did have a pretty good run, scoring 14,000 in no move. I don't expect that necessarily again, but we're just going to go over kind of my first impressions, what I see, what you're going to see. And yeah, first round here, we have these maybe interesting pink flowers. They might be unique to region, they might not. We got full card blur, which is going to make things interesting for NMPC. We got rocky, like exposed rock mountains, like the ones you get in Norway, which makes me wonder, is exposed rock more common in the south? Probably more common in the north. I also did mention how the big mountains, if you have mountain coverage, you're probably going to be in this like western part, because we just have like 4 roads going into the mountains, whereas here we only have 1, maybe kind of 2. So yeah, I think I will go somewhere in this western part. And wow, it was actually the Turkish mountain range. And one thing I will say is there's a lot of big trees pretty high up. It's like very green grass. We have these pink flowers. And even though we're like such a high altitude, we have a lot of like growth and species. So yeah, there's exposed rock, which you probably get in both mountain ranges. But I think we maybe could have got that by just the fact of how green it is. I would imagine like further west here as well, it will be not as green on the higher ups on the mountains. Okay, license plate. We actually do have a blue strip. It looks kind of just like the European ones. Okay, the back, I will say the back of the little sign here, it's got like a cap, but it's a rectangular cap. I would vouch for this as a pretty good meta, guys, if you can zoom in on that, because not too many poles have this like rectangular cap, and it's a rectangular pole, so kind of distinct. We have white reflectors, white and red reflectors, so same as Turkey. And we have the whole car this time, which we can see there's like a sunroof, and there's this little ball that we were talking about. This little ball on the top, it's distinct, so we're going to be able to know it's Georgia from that. We do have a stop sign. We do have like this pole with a couple hooks on it, pretty distinct looking as well, and then this kind of like Russian style pole like structure support. Furthermore, the back of the signs, they're just gray, they're not black or anything. Okay, so pretty green here. And with these mountains, like it kind of reminds me same as last time. I would imagine we're just somewhere in this like middle range. Actually, to the east of Tbilisi, we got a good amount of like not full mountains, but like pretty, it seems like they kind of just pop out of the ground, but it's not like a full mountain range, so maybe I could have made a better guess. Extremely dry round. I could see you guys going Turkey. Yeah, if you're not seeing the front of the pole, I could understand, or the back of the pole cap. Can we see it from here? No. Okay, well, it has the same reflectors as Turkey. It does have a A-type rail. We have white road lines. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't blame you going Turkey here. Okay, I got a little comparison to help you guys and myself out here. So looking at the like yield signs that we get in both countries, if we compare them, okay, I lost the yield sign. Oh, here it is. So we can compare them and find some differences. So first of all, in the Turkish yield signs, they do both have the like white outline, even though it looks silver here, it is white. But the Turkish ones seem to always have this bolt on the bottom and the top, which we see in that case. And here we do see it as well. It's a brand new looking sign, but it's got the bolt on. Oh shit. But we got the bolts, as you can see, on the top and bottom. Now, a better indicator, I'm not sure how 100% guaranteed this is going to be it, but from what I can see so far, the Georgian poles, they are either fully like round or fully rectangular. But look at the front of the Turkish poles, see they're indented. The Turkish, they got like a U-shaped pole design going on in the middle, whereas the Georgian poles are completely full, or the post. So yeah, that's going to be something that can definitely help us out for identifying the country. But nevertheless, we got a round here that's very dry, and it does remind me of something you would get out here in Turkey. That being said, I could see something maybe like right here. You know what I mean? I feel like it just makes sense. I feel like it would look like that down here. So I'll hedge around here. And yeah, look at that. So I feel like, yeah, because underneath the mountains here, it's probably going to look similar to this area of Turkey. So maybe we'll be able to use that to our region guessing advantage. Of course, lots of new metas are going to come out very soon, which I'll be covering. Of course, you don't want to miss it. Make sure you guys subscribe for that. Okay. What's going on here? I mean, this is like some fall coverage. We got more red brick, I'm noticing, at this location. Where would we have more red brick? Maybe closer to the Russian part. Which I don't know where I would want to guess if we're trying to go for the Russian style. I don't know if that's... Yeah, maybe we can't use that meta, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. It looks like we have bushes, but they're just hills. They're not really mountains. I'll probably just guess around Tbilisi. And ends up being a little more east, but not horrible. Another tip I learned too is like by the border here, you get bilingual signs of Azerbaijan language as well as the Georgian language. So that's something to look out for sure. Seems like we have a lot of these Russian style poles that are rectangular, that you also get, you know, in Latvia and a lot of like former Soviet countries. But this case, we only have the little middle antenna, so it does look like we have two cars for Georgia, which is very interesting. And geez, never seen this type of pole before. Maybe we'll have some pole metas coming soon. Anyways, we're gonna have to guess this. Does this feel coastal to me? I feel like it kind of does. It's hard to explain. Could be completely off here. But the soil, it's just a different color. It's a bit lighter than maybe in other parts of the country, so yeah, not bad. Not an incredible score, but at least we got a good look at the country of Georgia. I hope you come out of this video understanding just a little more about the country, but for an in-depth, full-on dive where we're going to be going into region guessing, that's going to be coming soon. So stay tuned, have a good day, and peace out.